For decades, right, we've been warned about eggs. We've been told to limit them, even to kind of fear them. But what if all of that was just wrong? Okay, let's get into this because we are about to crack open the real science behind one of nature's most misunderstood foods. So, is this the most dangerous food in your fridge? I mean, come on, let's be honest. For years, that's exactly what we were led to believe. The word cholesterol was thrown around, and suddenly the humble egg became like public enemy #1 in kitchens everywhere.
But what if I told you that inside this simple, perfect little shell lies one of the most powerful sources of nutrition on the entire planet? Yeah, the truth isn't just a little different from those old warnings, it's way, way more interesting.
To really get to that truth, we have to start by tearing down the biggest myth of all. So let's do it. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, cholesterol. That's right, propaganda. Modern research has completely flipped this old idea on its head. It turns out for the vast, vast majority of us, the cholesterol you eat in food like eggs has very, very little impact on the cholesterol that's actually in your blood. That old fear, it was basically built on outdated, incomplete science. So, now that we've got that myth out of the way, we can finally talk about the good stuff, what really makes an egg so special. It's time to see why people call it nature's superfood. Let's take a look at what's actually going on inside that shell. Okay, first up, protein. You've probably heard this term biological value, right? It sounds kind of sciencey, but it's a really simple idea. How much of the protein you eat can your body actually use? Think of it this way. Some protein is like cheap, low-grade fuel that just burns off inefficiently. Egg protein, that's the premium, high-octane stuff. Your body absorbs and uses more of it for repair and building than almost any other food out there. And it's not just for building muscle. Check this out. Your body can also burn protein for energy. But look at the difference here. With lean meat, only about 20% of that protein can be turned into fuel. Now look at the egg. Thanks to that perfect combo of protein and fat in the yolk, a whopping 65% of it can be used as a direct energy source. It's just a much more complete package for your body. Now, have you ever heard of choline? If you haven't, you're going to want to remember this one. It's an absolutely critical nutrient that works like a master mechanic for some of your body's most important systems. We're talking everything from your liver to your brain, all the way down to the DNA in your cells. So what does this powerhouse nutrient actually do? Well, for starters, it helps protect your liver by stopping fat from building up in there. It's also a huge help for digesting the fats you eat, and get this, it's essential for something called methylation. Just think of methylation as your body's system of on-off switches for your genes. It's vital for everything from repairing your DNA to making the chemicals your brain needs to think. It's a true game changer. And where do you find this incredible nutrient? You guessed it. After beef liver, eggs are the #2 highest food source of choline that you can possibly get. That makes them one of the easiest and best ways to make sure your body isn't running on empty. All right, let's talk about 2 more amazing things hiding in that golden yolk: lutein and zeaxanthin. I love this analogy. Think of them as your body's own internal sunglasses. They're these powerful antioxidants that go around protecting your cells from damage. And their job is super specific. These antioxidants literally build up in the retina of your eye, creating this protective shield against damaging UV and blue light. Yeah, the light from all our phones and screens. But they don't stop there. They also help you see better in dim light and even protect your brain, helping to boost concentration and memory. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so you're convinced eggs are good for you. But then you go to the store and you're hit with this wall of confusing labels, right? Cage-free, organic, pasture-raised. What on earth is the real difference? Let's decode this. First, just to get some perspective on why these labels even matter, a shocking 65% of all eggs we eat come from hens kept in tiny cages with a living space that's barely the size of a single sheet of paper. And look, this isn't just about animal welfare. It directly impacts the quality of the egg you end up eating. This chart really breaks it down perfectly. I mean, look at the huge difference in space from a tiny cage to an actual outdoor pasture. But the biggest difference, the real key here, is the diet. Caged and even cage-free hens are typically just fed GMO corn and soy. Pasture-raised chickens, though, they're outside, eating what they're supposed to eat: bugs, grass, worms, all that good stuff. And the result is a healthier chicken, which means a way more nutrient-dense egg for you. This is such an important point. You'll see vegetarian fed marketed like it's a good thing, but chickens aren't naturally vegetarians. They're omnivores. That natural diet of bugs and protein is what creates a much healthier fat profile in the egg, which means you get more of the good anti-inflammatory omega-3s.
All right, now for the fun part. You've gone out, you bought the best eggs you can find. How do you prepare them to get the absolute most nutritional bang for your buck? Here are a few simple, really powerful tips. You have to try this. It's an incredible and ridiculously easy hack. The next time you make a salad, just slice up a hard-boiled egg and toss it in. Why? The healthy fat in that yolk helps your body absorb the powerful nutrients from the leafy greens by up to 9 times. No, that is not a typo. 9. It's the perfect nutritional team-up. And here's a simple little cheat sheet for building the perfect egg plate. First, try to keep that yolk runny. If you overcook it, you can damage some of those amazing nutrients. Second, pair your eggs with tomatoes to boost your intake of an antioxidant called lycopene. Third, season with black pepper. It actually helps your body absorb more of the other good stuff. And finally, use healthy fats like real butter or olive oil. Simple changes, big benefits. Now, let's be real for a second. Pasture-raised eggs can be pricey, so the most important thing to remember is this. Even a standard, conventional egg is a total nutritional powerhouse. It is so much better for you than a bowl of sugary cereal or some processed protein bar. When it comes to your health, please don't let perfect become the enemy of good. So, after all this, after busting the myths, seeing the incredible science packed inside that shell, the question really isn't if eggs are good for you anymore. The real question is, how are you going to make them a bigger part of your life? It's time to welcome back one of nature's most perfect foods.